Welcome back, guys. Today I'm going to be showing you how to go from 0 to 500k. Whether you're on 0 or 100k, strap along for the ride. We're going to make you all the coins you need. If you're new around here, make sure to subscribe. The giveaway winners have been contacted and picked their consoles and the points have been sent out. But if you didn't win, don't worry. You can still get some FIFA points very soon at 13k. So all you got to do is subscribe, send over proof when you do, and you'll be entered into future giveaways. Without further ado, let's get into it. So if you guys are sick of losing at FIFA because your team isn't good enough or you're not good enough at the game, then right now you need to head over to skycoach.gg. Not only can they coach you in your weekend league or play your games for you, you can buy any amount of coins you want, and all of the services get 10% off right now with the code PRORECALL. Go check them out below. Make sure to click the link in the description and let's get into it. So obviously if you're starting off with 0 coins, all you got to do is build up to around a K to start doing filters. So you want to go through your managers, your club badges, things like that, quick sell all of them if you've got no coins. Now if you do think, okay, well I don't have any of that, I've only got untradeables, go play a couple games. Get some squad battles in, 2 or 3 games, you'll earn a few hundred coins from that up to a K, and then you'll also get some packs at the end of the week for it to build up your balance. But we're going to start off with one of them classic filters that always works. You've got the League One Nice, and if you just set it to, I think, a K, you've got basically all of their gold rares coming up, and they're actually not really well priced. But when you go for the gold commons, they're actually a lot easier to make profit of. And to be honest, gold commons are always a little bit better for filters like these because there's a higher profit margin. When you're at a K, you can buy one of these for 400, sell it at a K, that's 600 coins. When you go for gold rares, you can only sell them for a K and only pick them up for, like, I think the minimum is like 650. So it does take away some of the profit and you do get a lot of mid-price non-rare snipes. So looking at this, literally only this guy at a K. Is there much at 1k? 1.1, sorry. You got 3 pages, right? A towel there even might be a snipe. I'd say he probably is because he wasn't anywhere else. So we're going to pop him up for, what, 1.4? 1.3 is probably easier. Obviously, not a huge profit margin, but we don't have a lot of coins. So the idea of here is to get the coins. Now, that one there, also a snipe because same nation as a towel. So both of them are easily snipable. You've got to think for SBCs as well. Same team, same nation. It's always going to be a little bit more. Obviously, back in the day, position mattered. You know, the new chemistry system, not so much. So we're going to pop this guy up for 1.1. That there is a 145 coin profit. So that's not too bad at all. And you can pick these. I mean, you've seen me pick up 2 cards without really doing much sniping. I'm sure we'll probably get another one here very quickly. It's not very difficult to do gold common sniping filters, but they're, you know, very easy to build your coins up at the start. I mean, 850 there. That guy hasn't been in the filter at all up till now. I think that's probably a 1.3 as well. So realistically, it's our most profit snipe. And for some reason, it was the easiest to snipe, and also nation, very different to the other 2. So when it's a completely kind of obscure card compared to the rest of the filter, you got that opportunity too. Now, you've made your first 1,000 coins. You may have even got yourself up to 5k maybe. Now you want to move over to midfielders from Atletico Madrid. So you've got Sal, you've got Kondogbia. You've also got a few others. I believe in my head there's Lamar as well, and I'm trying to think, I might be getting this mixed up with the PSG filter because there's a lot of Spanish players, but it might just be those 3. But obviously if you get a Lamar snipe on here, you're making a ton of coins. That's what kind of pushes this filter up a bit. You've got the opportunity as someone who's worth a lot more. You've got none at 1.2. You've got 3 pages at 1.3. I would say 1.4 would be the mark that you'd probably push yourself for. Now here, that's 130 coins profit. I'm going to say go for here. It's a little bit more profit per card, but also if you could only sell them on at 1.3, it's still profit. So it's probably the better way to go. Now, obviously, you're probably thinking, well, we literally just spoke about how it's probably better to go for commons. The reason this filter is better is Kondogbia goes for a little bit more. So does Lamar. If you get a Lamar snipe, you're absolutely laughing. And that's what you don't have with a lot of gold common filters. You don't have that key player who can make you an absolute ton. I know they're not going to come up as much, but just like in the gold common filters, you're not always going to get 400s. You're also not always going to get a Lamar. And we are always going to miss snipes. Staying at a similar price range, you're going to go gold rare, Premier League and Tottenham, and you're going to go for Brazil. Now, you've got 3 players who fall under this category. You've got Mora, and you've got your likes of Richarlison, and then you've also got Emerson. Now, I don't know if Emerson is a non-rare or not, but you're pushing up a little bit here. We're going for 1.5 now. They'll sell on for about 1.6, but you can see there's a lot of cards at that price. You might want to try selling on at 1.5 instead. There's literally only like... Ooh, we got a 1.1 off the back there. And what, they go, if we sell that at 1.5, EA tax is what? 75 coins. So that's 325 coin profit. That's not bad. Now, once you've made your first maybe 10k from these filters, you want to push your filters up a bit. And obviously you do want to be going for a little bit higher rating and higher price of cards. Now this one here, Silver Team of the Week, is always a bit of a rogue one. Now the reason I say this is because, right, the cards do go for 30k, so you're probably thinking, well, why are we touching on this so soon? There is always on silver filters, ridiculous snipes. So previously when I've looked at these on the channel, we've been getting like 10 to 15k profit on cards, and bear in mind they're selling for like 22, right? That's a ridiculous undercut for the price they are. But honestly, I've had 10k snipes on silvers when they were literally going for 30k. Now you can do this by doing compare price on the basis that we're going to sell at 20, which means you need to be picking up anything that says 18 or below. So 18,750 even is acceptable. You're only going to make 250 coins, so it's not great, but it would still make you some profit. So you've got the compare price option, but the way we always seem to get the most ridiculous snipes is by doing this. And honestly, every single time I've done this before, a 10k snipe has popped up, and I've probably done this maybe 5 or 6 times on non-video related stuff. Every single time we've got a 10k, every video we've got a 10k as well, so you kind of know this filter's good. It is definitely temperamental. If there's no silvers in the team of the week, it's going to be more difficult. It depends on when you're watching this, but it is such a good filter. I'd say 99% of the time. Obviously you're going to have off days, that's going to happen with every filter, but it's so solid as a general rule. Of course, I'm going to rave on about a filter, say how good it is, and then nothing's going to come up. We've literally seen nothing. We've been doing it for like 2 minutes probably. So not ages. I would just say, you know, a lot of the time I'll say sometimes, you know, a filter can become worse over time. This is not that. There's no silvers in the current team of the week. I just had to check. I didn't realize it's just changed over. I think there was one last week, but honestly, get yourself on this filter. It's such a good one to try out. And yes, today has been a miss. It's been that 1 in 99, 1 in 100 chance, and there's been a miss. But as a general rule, it's an absolutely banging filter. So this filter has a couple layers to it. You can do this as a base filter, centre back, Premier League, and Man United. And right now, even though they're clearly the worst defenders in the league, they are not the cheapest at all. We got a 1.5 there, and we've also got what is going to be a 1.4 here. They go for 1.9 is probably the best place to put them up. I'd say 1.8, safe, guaranteed sell on, low EA tax, silver card there. Obviously, they go for some reason easier. Silver cards seem to be a little bit rarer usually this year, but you can also do it as a gold rare filter, which is a little bit more, and pushing up the values to about, I think, 2.2, maybe a little bit lower than that. Let's have a look. 2.5, 2.3, 2.2. We got a couple. Okay, so I'd say 2.1. We got less than a page realistically, so I'd say sell on at 2.2. EA tax at that point is going to be 110 coins. If you go down to 1.8, nice enough profit. You're looking at 290, I think. Yeah, 290 off the top of my head, and that might be my bad math. So don't 100% take my word for it, but take like 99% of my word for it, because I'm pretty sure that's right. Oh, we got a 1.1. Absolutely banging. That is a lovely snipe. It's basically min price. That's near enough min price. It goes for 2. We'll go 2.1 to get it sold quickly. Now, obviously, we want to do a few filters where the budget is higher. So Bundesliga, midfielder, and foot fantasy, or not even foot fantasy, midfielder, but Bundesliga, foot fantasy, that's the one. We've had a look at this before. Very easy to do, and obviously as time goes on, these filters are going to really change in value, so you kind of got to take advantage of them now, because by the time these cards have an upgrade, some of these cards are going to be absolutely filth in price. You know, a lot of these Prem ones are high because of the upgrade, and then some of these guys, well, you know, if these guys go up a bit, they might get rating kind of fees. Well, not fees, you know what I mean. They're going to go up in value because of their rating. I actually can't speak at the moment. We're looking at selling these on for like what, 28k. I'd say, oh, that's probably a snipe. Definitely was a snipe. Definitely was. We're gonna say we'll sell at 20. I'll say 28, because at that point EA tax is 1.4, so this is 600 coin profit. This is about 1,000. So yeah, that would have been a nice profit snipe. We've taken a little bit of an L, if I'm being completely honest. But not there, we haven't. And finally, topping it off, we do want to go for one that's going to up the prices a little bit. Now, we've got two options for the Prem with CDM. So you can do CDM, Prem, you want to do Gold, Inform, and then you want to do Brazil. So this basically brings up Douglas Luiz, you've got Bruno Guimaraes, and then you've also got Casemiro. Now, there is a similar filter if you just go for United and Brazilians, but unfortunately, because Fred is such a cheap card, it's bringing it down a little bit there. I'm going to take him at 17.5, pop him up for 19. I wouldn't necessarily say you want to snipe at that rate all the time, but right now there's an Inform SBC where they're required. It's definitely not a bad place to be. And you've also got the Man City version of this filter. You've got to change it to special, but you've got the likes of Rodri, and you've also got the likes of Calvin Phillips. You obviously won't get Calvin's Champions League card, which is for some reason 700k. That is absolutely insane. I'm boggled at how it could possibly be that price. That is worldly different to what it should be, but you're looking at about 31,000 coins for these. I think they're the same rating, or there's like one rating difference, so 30,000 coins for these. Rodri is, I'm hoping, not a massive snipe because he'll be gone by the time I sniped that one, but let's just have a look. Rodri is going to come in at 31. Yeah, so 31k, both of them pretty much exactly the same price. 10% off for EA tax takes you basically down to, what, 28, I'd say. And then obviously you're making, I think 1.4, just under 1.5k there. So we're going to pray we can get a card quickly so I can get this up in time for half time of the Champions League game, because I've been tactical with the upload today, 15 minutes late, so some more of you can see it. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, you know, the best thing to do if you have would be to subscribe and drop a like down below. Of course, get yourself entered in the future giveaways, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.